Alright, well, I wasn't going to do no videos, but just to, but really just to put a kind of video out there for a lot of you, mostly, Jeffrey Strogan there, and number one, happy birthday, Jeffrey. Today's your birthday. So make sure you guys pop over to, his channel and tell him happy birthday. Like I said, I don't know anybody. I can never remember anybody's birthdays, but half the time I'm lucky I remember my own. But I want to say, because I know he's been, dealing with, and I've been seeing, he's been dealing with a lot of people bullying and, again, people, the cyberbullying. And I do want to relate and say, and they can come after me. I really don't care. It's like at the end of the day, and like I've been telling Jeffrey, they're not worth giving a reaction to, because that's exactly what they look for, is they look for a reaction, and the more you give them a reaction, the more the more they keep doing it. And it's just better to just ignore it, because people like this, you just pray for, you send them love, because these are just people that, again, man, they're miserable. They're not going to admit it, of course, because their pride and greediness, because they think they're hotshot, but it's like, no, man, you are people that just sit in your basement or whatever, and you just choose to attack people for no reason. Even if they didn't even really do nothing to you, it doesn't matter. And it's not really worth, it's not worth fighting, or, it's not worth, going back and forth, because I know it's frustrating, I know it's annoying, and it is. It's just because they don't leave you alone, or they keep tagging you and stuff, or they keep, and but it's like, no, man, you just ignore it, because the thing is, they just look for a reaction, and then the more of a reaction you give to them, of course they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep doing it, because they know it's getting to you, and all this is to them is entertainment. It's entertainment to them. But people like this, again, they're not going to admit to it, but they are. They're just miserable. They're just miserable. They're people that are just, they're struggling, they're hurting, they either hate their life, which is pretty sad, or they're just people that are either jealous, or they just, they're people like that they see people out there succeeding, they see people out there doing good for themselves, and they just don't like it. And instead of realizing, well, dude, you can be successful too. You can, you think people that are out there successful just that happen in one day, but no, man, they just choose to try to ruin their life. So they just make up hateful things about them. They gaslight people. They do nothing but just demonize and like I said, continue to harass no matter what they do. Even though it's like, yeah, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not hurting anybody. You're not bothering nobody. But that don't matter. I see it all the time, man. I've seen people, like I said, on here that dealt with haters that went so far to try to get them fired from their job. Yeah, to try to get them fired from their job. And it's like, yeah, that's what they do. They will push it that far. Like, that's like, dude, you have that sad of a life that you're gonna push it far to find out where I work and to try to get me fired from my job, because, and it's like, what did I ever really even do to you? So it's just better to ignore, because again, man, it's just people like that. Like I said, they had nothing better to do. Instead of making something of themselves, they just choose to harass and attack somebody. And like I said, it's just not worth it. Like I said, I know it's annoying, because I've dealt with it too, and it's like, but you tell yourself, you know what? No, man. Dude, you want to make hateful things up on me? You want to have fun. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, because it's not, man. I mean, yes, I know people are going to say, well, why aren't you standing up for yourself? You should be defending yourself. And it's like, yeah, dude, and I get that, man. But at the end of the day, the more you keep fighting with these people, making videos or posting or whatever, the more they're just going to keep doing it, because you're just giving a reaction, and to them, it's all this is entertainment. So yeah, man, it's not that I am not going to defend myself or this or that, but dude, I'm not going to waste my time fighting with somebody that's just not worth it, because you're miserable, and you just are choosing to harass me for no reason when, like I said, really, what have I done to you? So that's why it's just, again, anymore, like I said, you know, you got to expose people for the truth. So many people demonize, twist and turn, gaslight, but at the end of the day, you just got to realize these are people that, you know what, it ain't worth it, because, again, man, it's like, they're people that, hey, if they want to waste their life harassing you, making up lies, and if people want to be that foolish to believe it, because people will believe anything instead of realizing, like, dude, yeah, but how do you even know if that's true? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even know if it's true? You know, it's just, again, it's not. That's why anymore I gave it up. You know, I was always told, oh, these people are making this on you. It's like, dude, I know that. I understand that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to keep making videos about it and giving them what they want, because that's what they want. They're waiting for a reaction. And it's like, dude, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to keep wasting my time, you know. So let them keep doing it. I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not bothering nobody. If you don't like my videos, then what are you doing here? But if you're here watching, then I'm just doing something right then. You know, so it's like at the end of the day, it's like, no, man, I'm not going to go back and forth fighting, you know. So it's like, no, dude, it's not that I don't want to defend myself or stick up for myself, man, but it's just like, again, I'm not wasting my time with people that all they really want to do is just go back and forth. You know, they'll make a ridiculous post about me, and then they wait for a reaction, and then again, it's like, no, dude, I'm not. Let them have their fun. They don't see, they want, eventually, either when common sense clicks and they see how much of their time they're wasting away, like I said, it's not my problem, man. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, because like I said, man, and that's what, like I said, I've been telling Jeffrey and anybody else. It's like, it's just whatever, you know? It's like, let them harass, man. Let them. At the end of the day, you realize you're not hurting anybody. And at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't like my channel, you don't like my videos or what I do or what, it's like, then why are you on my channel then? What are you doing here? And to me, it's just like, the more people that are hating on you, then you're just doing something right. So, you know, and like I said, it's just not anymore, because I've learned so much even from the past. No, man, I got sick and tired of going back and forth with these kind of people, and it was just nothing but a waste of my time. Nothing but a waste of my time. And it's like, no, dude, whatever, man. You want to make your ridiculous videos and ridiculous posts, like, have at it, man. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I really don't care, you know. You know, you're harassing and gaslighting people and making up foolish lies. I really don't care, man. And like I said, if people want to be foolish enough to believe it, that's on them. You know, it's because people, like I said, anymore believe anything, and people don't realize people can make up anything and make it believable, but at the end of the day, if you don't take the time to see, like, how do you even know if it's true? You're just believing what one or two person is saying, and you don't even know if it's true, and you just allow yourself to be a fool, a puppet, to believe it. Like, I'm just saying. But anyway, I figured I'd make a video saying this and talking about it. And like I said, let them come after me. Like I said, again, you're not going to get no reaction. I'm not going to waste my time making videos or making posts. Like I said, have your fun. Have your little fun. I mean, I'm sorry that you're hurting and struggling, but dude, who in the right mind in this day and age is not hurting and struggling? But at the end of the day, if you want to waste your time trying to make somebody else's life miserable because you think they don't have problems or struggles either, that's on you, man. Like I said, I just pray for the best for you. You know, I send you lots of love, and I forgive you. But, at the end of the day, I'm not wasting my time fighting back and forth with you. So, it's not worth it.